If you're considering buying a home in Southern California, a new loan program is looking to put $20,000 in your pocket for free without ever having to pay it back. And for one Southern California market, this program is actually giving buyers $50,000. Again, for free without ever having to pay it back. This isn't a shared appreciation program or limited to just covering your down payment. You don't have to be a first-time buyer or have a low income. And this loan program allows for a 3% minimum down payment with no PMI. If you're looking to buy a home in Southern California, especially if you're in the $50,000 market that I'll reveal shortly, you do not want to skip this video. I'm John Schwartz, a California realtor whose focus is making the home buying process more accessible and more affordable for California home buyers. If you're the kind of California home buyer who's finding homes yourself on Reddit or Zillow and visiting open houses on your own, you really don't need to pay an agent 2.5% or 3% to help you with the offer and the escrow. So don't. Work with me and pay a low, flat fee of $5,900. Learn more and schedule a time to chat at www.buywithblueprint.com. The loan program we're discussing today is offered by City National Bank, the 30th largest bank in America with its headquarters in sunny Los Angeles, California. And you're probably already thinking, great, so CNB, that's City National Bank, gives its clients $20,000 or $50,000 up front, but then makes that money back by charging a higher interest rate, right? Well, no. CNB is giving $20,000 and $50,000 grants to its clients as part of a settlement with the government. CNB is required to give this money away. And to explain why, we have to take a look at the dark and racist history of mortgage lending in America. Bit of a left turn there, huh? Let's get into it. In the aftermath of the Great Depression, Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal introduced financial reforms and regulations aimed at stabilizing our economy. The Federal Home Loan Bank Act of 1932 created the Federal Home Loan Bank Board, which, in 1935, asked another New Deal entity, the Homeowners Loan Corporation, to create residential security maps. These maps indicated the investment security of residential property in 239 U.S. cities, and these maps were explicitly racist. This is the map produced for Philadelphia in 1937. It divides the city into zones with 4 grades: A, providing the best investment security, then B, C, and lastly, in red, D. Zones graded D provided the least investment security, and when we look at the zone descriptions, we see that the detrimental influences for D zones include concentration of Negroes and Italians, Negro encroachment, Negro concentration, and heavy concentration of Negroes. It became policy at banks across the country not to invest in D zones. Home mortgages simply weren't available for the purchase of homes in D zones throughout the country. This practice became known as redlining because D zones were red on the maps. And these maps were used for decades, continuing the practice of redlining well past the introduction of the Fair Housing Act in 1968. In 1989, the Atlanta Journal published a series of Pulitzer Prize-winning articles that revealed a common bank practice in Atlanta of lending to lower-income white neighborhoods, but not middle or even upper-income black neighborhoods. And according to the Department of Justice, Los Angeles' own City National Bank practiced redlining as late as 2020. The DOJ found that between 2017 and 2020, CNB avoided providing mortgage lending services to majority black and Hispanic neighborhoods in Los Angeles County, and that other banks received more than 6 times as many applications in majority black and Hispanic neighborhoods in LA County than City National each year. CNB and DOJ settled the case in 2023, and as part of the settlement, CNB was required to set up a $29.5 million subsidy fund, from which they are now doling out $20,000 and $50,000 grants to borrowers who qualify. And now that we're brought up to the present, let's talk about how you can get $20,000, or in one Southern California market, $50,000, for free when you buy a home with a loan from City National Bank. Firstly, you don't have to be black or Hispanic to qualify for this loan. In fact, I think that would be illegal. However, you do have to buy a home in a majority black or Hispanic census tract. A census tract is the smallest geography that the Census Bureau analyzes, and each census tract is 10 or 20 square blocks. Here's a map of Los Angeles' census tracts. Venice, for example, which is a relatively small neighborhood, contains 5 or 6 tracts. And remember, California is 40% Hispanic. There are a lot of very desirable neighborhoods in Southern California that contain majority Black or Hispanic census tracts. In Los Angeles, for example, you have neighborhoods like Echo Park, Atwater Village, Mount Washington, Highland Park, all neighborhoods that definitely have majority Black or Hispanic census tracts. There's also an income limit to qualify for CNB's loan grants, but the cap is set at 300% of the metropolitan median family income. That means you're looking at an income limit of $294,000 for Los Angeles, $387,000 in Orange County, $292,000 in San Bernardino, $376,000 in Ventura, and $358,000 in San Diego. And what's crazy is that these income limits only apply to borrowers who will be residing in the home. If you have a parent or even a partner whom you can reasonably argue won't be living in the home, they can be a co-borrower without their income counting toward the limit. 2 more requirements: minimum 660 credit score, and you have to complete an 8-hour homebuyer education class. So I guess you're not getting $50,000 totally free. It's more like you're getting paid $6,250 per hour to take an 8-hour class. And one more huge benefit: you can put down as little as 3% if you're a first-time homebuyer, or 5% if this isn't your first home, and pay no PMI. PMI stands for Private Mortgage Insurance, and it's an additional fee you have to pay if your down payment is below 20%. Skipping PMI when you put 3% down on a median California home will save you about $4,000 a year. Now, before I tell you which SoCal market is eligible for a $50,000 grant from CNB, I want to make one point clear. I am not affiliated in any way with City National Bank. I'm not getting paid to make this video, and I'm not getting any kind of referral fee from anybody. I'm sharing this information because I know it will make a meaningful difference for a lot of California homebuyers. Just like my new flat fee homebuyer representation service, available to homebuyers anywhere in California. Paying your agent 2.5% or 3% is outrageous, especially if that's the difference between affording your dream home or not. Instead, work with me for a low flat fee of just $5,900. Learn more and schedule a time to chat at www.buywithblueprint.com. So, finally, the big reveal. The Southern California market in which you can receive a $50,000 grant when you take a loan from CNB is the Los Angeles metro market, which is basically the entirety of LA County. That's over 10 million people, 3.5 million housing units, and a lot of majority Black or Hispanic census tracts in awesome neighborhoods with kick-ass homes. If you're looking to buy a home in Southern California and want to know if this free grant program is right for you, go to the link in the description or Google City National Bank Ladder Up Home Loan Grant to get all the details. And if you're looking to buy a home anywhere in California, subscribe here for more helpful videos like this one.